Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is perfect support. I've been doing daily morning musings, and I've been using articles from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these articles a while ago, so what I do is that I read them, and then if something stands out, let you know the most updated version of my experience. Perfect support. This is a world of dichotomy, a world of opposites. It is created by an omnipotent being, and even those words are too limiting. So it can experience the opposite of what it is. Everything that happens here is perfectly supportive of it playing the human game. So I'm going to stop because this is a really interesting perspective in the way that I've written it, in that the omnipotent being is something outside of myself. And if you view things from your personality level, then yes, it is something outside yourself. It is something bigger and more powerful than you are. But when you get in touch with yourself as consciousness, then you realize that you are the omnipotent being. You are the consciousness. You are consciousness that is creating this. But words are very limiting. So you as consciousness created this reality to experience the opposite of what you essentially are. And everything that happens here is perfectly supportive of you playing the human game. If you stop and notice, wherever you are in a given moment, you are perfectly supportive. There's enough oxygen. You're wearing clothes. The basics are taken care of. Byron Katie noted in response to someone saying that they needed more money, that no one has more money than they have, so needing more money. Is it true? I remember when I left my first marriage, how painful and wrenching it was to leave the house and 5 acres. I had felt that I had been a steward of the land. I had given birth to both my children in the house. Their afterbirth was buried out front, and 10 years of pets were interred behind. I could not believe I was losing it. And then in meditation, I heard that the whole earth was mine to steward. Look around you, it is all there. The house and land had memories and feelings attached to it, but in this present moment of reality, everything in my personal hologram is provided to me. It is perfectly supportive. There was another time after my divorce when I was struggling to provide for my 2 kids. I managed to earn enough to pay rent and utilities, and food stamps covered food, but nothing else. I could buy them junk food, but I couldn't buy them clothes. I couldn't afford toilet paper. The food bank gave out 1 roll per week, and I needed 2. I remember during that period sitting in meditation and feeling utter fear and survival and going deep within. I suddenly realized that I had a womb that could create life. I had a first chakra that provided all the information that I needed about having a body on this planet. My energy shifted, and I felt that everything was going to be all right. Now, a man or anyone could reframe this now because they have within them the cells that could clone another human being. And everyone has a root chakra, a first chakra. And I will update that as well. But yes, we can clone. We have a chakra. Our chakras are changing. So we do have a root chakra that contains information about having a body, but our chakra system is changing as well. So just like if you look under the hood of an old-fashioned gasoline engine, it's going to look really different than if you look under the hood of a hybrid or if you look under the hood of a completely electric vehicle. Looking back at those experiences, I see them as amazing stories created by an infinite being to convince itself that it's the opposite of what it truly is. And I would reframe that now as that I, as consciousness, created these stories within this reality. Yeah, within this reality, that it's the opposite of what it truly is. And there's aspects of our personality that we create stories in this reality from the personality level that when we shift our perspective to consciousness, we see it completely differently. As I travel through life now, I see things occurring to give me the opportunity to clear those early limiting impressions. The game of life has progressed to where things happen to show me that these limitations aren't real. So everything is perfectly supportive of wherever you are at the moment. If it's uncomfortable, your unlimited self, and I would now say consciousness, is actually enjoying the discomfort in the same way an actor bites into a really juicy role that required them to gain weight, look misshapen, and they just love that. The more capable an actor you are, the more challenging the role you as consciousness stepped into and the more exciting storyline you created. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed by my story and a little pissed off at my expanded self for thinking I'm so capable. Then it's time to stop, breathe, meditate, go for a walk in nature, anything to regain my perspective that this is all an amazing creation, a theme park for the omnipotent aspect of myself. The expanded part of me is enjoying this ride, and when I'm able to reconnect with myself, I enjoy it too. When you start to acknowledge it as just a moment in your personal movie, it gives way to something more expansive. Every dark night of the soul ends with a glorious morning, and mine have always ended with greater love, peace, joyousness than one could possibly imagine. Start to notice the perfect support in your life today and see how that gives way to even more support showing up. So I invite you to start noticing the perfect support in your life. I invite you to start shifting your perspective from you as the player in this movie to the expanded self that wrote the script and is also the director and the creator of all of this, and see how your life transforms. And let me know in the comments below. I love to read your comments. And if you'd like a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques to help you see the bigger picture, go ahead and click on the skybox technique. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I have individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what you're creating in your life today, and I can answer any questions that you might have. And if you want to know how to do this yourself, you can go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and take a look at my coaching special. It's tailor-made just for you. You have individual sessions with me, and I also give you specific consciousness techniques that will help you transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com. I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.